Hey guys, it's Colonel Papa here, back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be going over all the strategies and fundamentals of Hypixel Solo Bed Wars. Now if you enjoy this video, please hit the thumbs up and comment below. Yeah, I just want to make a helpful guide, and here it is. So the first thing you want to do in Solo Bed Wars is you always want to rush your neighbor according to the meta. Now, if you don't know what a meta is, it's something that basically all the other players are following, so therefore you have to adjust to it to kind of help your gameplay. So like basically, if let's say the pernicious meta, actually that one's kind of sketchy because nobody really knows the pernicious meta, but like usually people go to diamond and then rush to the enemy base. But in most maps, like that's an example of meta, but in most of the maps you would just go to the side. So that's sort of something you need to keep in mind. And so yeah, so the first thing you need to do is rush your neighbor. Now keep in mind that one of the most important things before you start anything else is speed bridging. Now I made a video about speed bridging. It wasn't the best, not that at all, but like I was so bad at making videos. I probably still am, but you need to learn how to speed bridge, and that would make your rushing so much better, so much faster. Well, it would actually make your rushing a rush, not I don't even know what you I mean, I guess you could rush by slow bridging, but it wouldn't really be rushing. Anyways, I forgot to mention that 16 iron and 4 gold is usually the rush. You wanna wait till you got 16 iron and 4 gold to either get a wood defense or TNT with the gold, and 64 blocks with the iron. Now on different maps you're gonna wanna use different amounts of iron. I'm gonna be doing rushing guides for all the maps after this video, but basically, like maybe on Crypt, for example, you're gonna only want to use 8 iron because you can rush with 8 iron and like catch your enemy off guard. That's just one of the examples of maps you can actually do the 8 rush. You can also do the 8 rush on Dragon Star, diagonal, but I wouldn't recommend doing the 8 rush diagonal on Dragon Star just because your enemy from the side, by the time you take out your diagonal enemy, your enemy from the side is already going to be bridging towards you, so it's not really worth it to break the meta. But yeah, after you take out your enemy on the side, you're going to want to either go to diamond or emerald. You're going to want to go to diamond or mid. And that's because diamonds are really important because you get upgrades with them. And sharpness, you want to get that first just because it's the most useful. And when you're going in for a hit, the first hit you always want to do a critical hit, and if you combo them after that, that's great, but you want to always try to critical hit, especially with sharpness, because people don't realize how actually effective that is, the critical hits. So you either want to go to diamond or mid, except you can go to diamond first and then get your enchants, which is what I would advise, and then you either, after you get your enchants, you either want to go to, I should have actually made this picture a lot better. You go to your next enemy or next enemy's base, or you go to mid. If the next enemy's base is taken out, you want to go to mid for sure, because that way you have time to collect all the emeralds, and you know for sure. In some cases, if the person who took out that enemy is really good, they can easily speed bridge past you, but you at least have a buffer time, so you know you have a certain amount of time so you can get those emeralds and get back. Now once you have the emeralds, if you've chosen to go the emerald route, you want to either use one or two you want to use one of two strats. The first strat is the defensive strat. That's if you're unsure, you're kind of newer to like tryharding Solo Bed Wars, or just trying Solo Bed Wars in general. So the defensive route is you would get full obby and protect your bed with all obby. Now this is good, especially paired with a minor fatigue strat, and that's really important if you have obby. and you have the mining fatigue trap. You can void before your bed breaks, and then take out the enemy trying to break your bed. As for the offensive strat, which is the second strat, with this strat you can buy 2 pearls or any sort of rushing, like bridge eggs, any sort of rushing thing you can rush with, like, so you can take out more beds and surprise people. Now this is why pearls are really important, but you also got to make sure that you can rush effectively with them. If you miss a pearl, it's kind of a waste of emeralds. So if you want to be on the safer side, you can use bridge eggs. Now anything can happen mid-game, so it's basically a gamble. Mid-game you might want to try to focus on getting some tools if you can. That's sort of an optional. Like, if you see other people with like bulky defenses, you might want to get that. If you can break it easily with TNT, don't bother. Now mid-game is also when your bed can break. This is why you should always be keeping, trying to make sure you know where everybody is at all times, or at least the people around you, or around your base in general. Now if your bed breaks, this is the kind of thing that people like panic about, because you gotta realize one thing, like, if your bed breaks, it's not the end of the world. It's like literally a video game. So, I mean, I know it's hard in the moment, but like, you gotta keep your calm basically. And what you want to do is you want to collect emeralds, because that's the thing. Those are the things that are gonna keep you alive and get you kills. If the enemy has bed still, you want to get invis, like maybe full pots, like, so 4 emeralds equals full pots. So invis, speed, jump. You want to go past him with all your pots, and then like all your pots trankin bro. I know I always have trouble with that word, bro. Yeah, but you want to get past him and break his bed. If you can use a pearl too, even that'd be fine. Basically, you want to focus on their bed before you try like farm killing them or doing anything weird. You just want to get their bed first, and if you have to do ring around the rosy around the map until you get to their bed and break their bed and then kill them, that's good too. Now what you want to know is that if you trade beds with the last person and there's the only 2 of you alive, you want to get invis, because if he doesn't have invis, or if he does, well, if he doesn't have invis, it's basically a good game. If you know how to use invis, you want to take invis behind a wall where he can't see you. As long as you know where he is and you know that you'll get to him before your invis runs out, this is the perfect plan. Now, you want to do this relatively fast. So if you see him, he goes to an island, and you gather your emeralds around mid. You want to get back to a island and purchase maybe like a pearl and full invis. You want to pearl to his island, full pots, and you want to pearl to his island and use all those pots on him and eliminate him. And yeah, I mean, in Bedwars you play pretty scummy in general, like late game, end game. That's how you win. Hishido, like the #1 Bedwars guy, he is probably like the scummiest player I have ever seen. I don't know if I've played with him, against him, but I know I beat somebody who has his exact same strats. Example, jump potions and punch bows. That's what he does. He gets up really high and then just spams punch bows. So yeah, I mean, if you want to be that much of a nerd, then you can do that, but also using invis is just as easy and just as effective. Anyways, this has just been sort of a short tutorial on Hypixel solo mode, and I hope you enjoyed. I hope you can get some dubs. Like, I've gotten over like 600 dubs in solo. I mean, I've played a lot, so I win like every other game, I would say, on average. Like now I do. If you look at my stats, it'll say otherwise, but that's just because when I started I was really bad, and I've also done lots of challenges and stuff. So okay, you guys get it. I'm a legend, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't check my stats. Anyways, catch you guys later. This is Carl Papa, and see ya. I'm out. I am gonna just let this gameplay play through, and feel free to watch. And yeah, see you in the next video.
That I cannot fall in love, but I guess this avoids the stress of falling out of it. Are you tired of me yet? I'm a little sick right now, but I swear when I'm ready I will fly us out of it. That I cannot fall in love, but I guess this avoids the stress of falling out of it. Are you tired of me yet? I'm a little sick right now, but I swear when I'm ready I will fly us out of it. But strangely he feels at home in this.
I thought that I could drift through life on all those pretty sentiments. They said everything turns out fine, don't know if they really meant it. I wasted so much of my time looking for ways to circumvent the sinking feeling. Now I know it's the same one that makes you rise. I guess these sort of things just need their time. Sometimes it's just enough to feel alright. But is that all that I've been working for my life? Remember the first summer of our lives that we wish we were grown up. The first summer your heart got broken.